Man, thankful for our fans. I thought in overtime they gave us an energy boost that we did not have during the game. And the Oral Roberts team is a very good team. I know they're picked second in their league, but having played both of them, I don't know. They're really good. Russ does a great job, and we knew that they would be locked in for this game, and man, it's just hard to win. It's hard to win, and so very proud of the guys the way they responded in overtime. Thought there were two spurts there they went on that I probably could have done a better job, using timeouts earlier or running some different stuff that could have eliminated that. We had 11-point lead in the first half, then a 9-point lead in the second half. And those guys, responded like a team that's been to the NCAA tournament and won conference championships, a veteran group. But we probably could have done a little bit more to help our guys in that. So we'll go back and look at it. But it's always great to get a win and learn from your wins. And very proud of all the guys. We're not 100% healthy as change of weather and all this kind of stuff. But guys are battling through stuff, and so really proud of them.
Who wants to go first? Questions?
Did this kind of have a March feel to it at all?
Man, it seems like every game has a little March feel to it, first round of the tournament, you're going to, if you get a good seed, you're going to play a team like that. It's hard to win those games. And so they're really good. McBride is really good. And he's a tough shot taker and maker, and they really spread you out. So, very much, you're going to play a team that's got maybe not the same size, but they can spread the floor and shoot it. You got to be able to run them off the line, and we definitely didn't do that in the first half.
TP just seems to have that dog in him, especially the second half. That sequence in the final minute where he scored and drew and then sold the inbounds pass and drew the foul. Walk us through just his performance and also that sequence.
Well, he's gritty, man, and he's a winner. He's won it everywhere he's been. And those are just plays that winners make. You can't. I don't know that I can say that it was, he saw this or he did. He just he wanted the ball. The moment wasn't too big for him. He doesn't mind he wasn't afraid of failing. And, so just really proud of him because he's really not feeling well. And for, with been doing breathing treatments and all kind of stuff. And, but he just fought through it, and that's what makes him special.
Gave up a lot of threes in the first half, then a lot of twos in the second half. Just what went into that dynamic, and why was it hard to defend?
Yeah, well, we didn't want to give up threes at all, right? They averaged 9.5 threes a game. The recipe for an upset is 10 made threes in a game. And so our goal in the first half was not to give up threes, make them make tough twos. And we felt like if they were making tough twos, they couldn't beat us. And in the second half, we made them shoot and take tough twos, and they made some of them, but in overtime, you saw that they missed some of them. And so, we never wanted to give up the threes. They were 8 for 10 in the first half. Some people can't do that in the gym by themselves. And so that just shows what a good shooting team that they are.
What would you say impressed you most about McBride?
He never got rattled, right? We started the game off denying him the ball, and he didn't force anything. He let his teammates do some things, and then we didn't deny him, and we tried to guard him regular. And when he saw it, he just took over. His change of pace is really good. When he gets to his mid-range, he really elevates on his shot. I thought we were there a few times, and he just jumped over the top of us and made tough shots. And so hats off to him.
I know you got it against Providence too, but how huge is it to get your players in these late, tight games in those moments before conference play gets here?
Well, I don't know that we necessarily like to go through that, but we practice, end of game stuff. We didn't win our end of game today, right? There was 10-4 them, in the last 5 minutes of the game. Had we just broken even, we don't go to overtime. So we didn't execute the last 5 minutes of the game. So that's a concern, and we got to do a better job there. The 5 minutes of overtime, we executed the way we wanted to execute, and so that's always great that we get those extra reps. But I mean, at the end of regulation, we're supposed to foul, right? And we let them get a dunk, on just 2 dribbles, foul them, make them take the ball out of bounds again, and we didn't execute it. And so those are some things that we can go back and look at and learn from and get better.
Cam had his first double-double. Is this kind of the next step of kind of his evolution, is kind of getting more of those rebounds and kind of being more well-rounded as a player?
Yes, and it also, the fact we had to play 3 guards quite a bit, and so Cam at the 3 is going to go offensive rebound. He had 5 offensive rebounds. When he's at the 2, he doesn't offensive rebound, so, it just goes to him being a defensive rebounder. And so today, the fact that he was able to go on both ends gave him the opportunity to get a double-double, and I was very proud of him because he went and got some really tough ones with 2 hands, and so I was real proud of him.
You went with the smaller lineup. Was that more a matchup thing, or was Art wasn't in there, I guess?
It's a coach's decision.
How would you describe Will's performance today, adding a physical presence?
No, I was happy with Will on the offensive end, occupying space, and, then he had a couple of really nice moves down there that some things that I think he could do more of. Told Will before the game I wanted a double-double, and he can be a better rebounder, right? And because he can occupy so much space, and he's got good hands, and so I was pleased with some of the stuff that we worked on that I saw him execute out there. I really liked how he guarded ball screens. He wasn't in a cave today. He was up, and he was there, and he got beat a few times, but that happens, But the fact that he was so much more aggressive defensively, that I was very proud of that.
Do you think that you and your staff maybe need to design more looks for Tyler Perry, or is it just defenses kind of honing in on him, making it tough for him to get shots?
I think a combination of both. When you're learning, when you're a point guard, right, especially when, scoring is the thing that gets you off, right? It is very uncomfortable to go a half without seeing the ball go in the hole. But what you have to do is embrace the fact that you had 6 assists, right? You have to embrace that your assist to turnover, you're getting your teammates shots, because they're going to go in the locker room and say, man, we're not letting this guy score, and this is what's going on. They're going to make an adjustment. And we're going to make an adjustment and give him some things to help. And the fact that he could get us 20 in the second half, right, and overtime, it shows his dynamic ability, and it also shows his growth, that he didn't let the first half affect his second half. So there's a combination of things there, but there's a growing process for him as a point guard that he has to go through, and it's going to pay off in end of January, February.
How has it been to see a guy like DayDay Ames progress throughout this season, get the start tonight, give you double figures, and then also play 30 pretty tough minutes?
Yeah, I've had a man crush on DayDay ever since I saw him at Kentwood, and I actually saw him, I think, at a tournament in Indiana at a gym. I was at Baylor, and the gym was called Baylor, and and I saw him, and I'm just telling you, I'm very proud of him. You guys are seeing the results of a lot of hard work that we get to see every day, and so I just, I'm really, really proud of him, and that it's always great when a kid works that hard and then it pays off, because we tell our guys all the time, hard work always pays off. You just don't know when. And man, he's not afraid of the moment either. and that's something that's really cool.